6 games left in the regular season, and the Mets open up a crucial series down in Atlanta tonight against the Braves. So let's break down what's at stake with our New York Post Mets beat writer Mike Puma. Mike, late September baseball is always exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time for Amazins, especially when we're talking about the Atlanta Braves. But before we break down this series and what's at stake, let's talk about the $341 million question. Are there any updates on Francisco Lindor, and when do you think he'll be back in the lineup?
Yeah, as we speak, nothing new as of right now. The Mets had the off day yesterday. I would imagine he'll work out before the game today at Truist Park. And, he had mentioned the other day needing to take some live batting practice and run the bases before he can be a player. So, if he's doing that during pregame drills, that points to that he's just about there. Now, a lot of people had pointed to this series against the Braves as maybe the time Lindor would come back. If he's not in the starting lineup tonight, I don't think it's a great sign for the rest of the regular season here. He's already been on the shelf over a week, close to a week and a half. So it's all going to depend on how he feels.
All right, not the best news in the world, but luckily, rookie Luisangel Acuña has really stepped up to fill that void with Lindor out. So what kind of spark has the young guy provided to this team, and do you think he's just getting started?
Yeah, he's really brought some energy here. He's looked seamless filling in at shortstop, moving into the hole, making throws. Defensively, he's looked like Lindor. And, hey, for this first week, even offensively, he's looked like Francisco Lindor with the 3 home runs he's hit. Now, can he keep it up? He's surprising people here. This is a guy who had a 650 OPS at AAA. And, part of the reason he wasn't called up sooner was because there were concerns about that offense. But he's gotten to the Mets here, and he's really turned it up a notch, and it's really been a spark for this team over the last week or so.
Yeah, I think he sees an opportunity. Ball out late September in the New York market. You could be crowned king around here. He clearly knows what's at stake, but a lot of other people don't. Can you break down the playoff scenarios and how this wild card race could play out?
Yeah, and the most straightforward approach for the Mets is to win 2 out of 3 against the Braves, and you're in. The way it's set up, the Mets would hold the tiebreaker in that case because based on head-to-head record against the Braves, and the best the Braves would be able to do is tie them for the rest of the way if the Mets win 2 out of 3. Now, it gets trickier for the Mets if they win 1 out of 3 or get swept, then, you're talking about must-win games in Milwaukee. But from the Mets' perspective, it's right in front of them. Win 2 out of 3, and you're in the postseason as a wild card.
Now, with everything at stake, who do you think has the edge in this series, and why?
I would go with the Mets just because of the momentum they've had on their side lately. They've played really well against playoff caliber teams. I mean, we just saw them take 3 out of 4 against the NL East champion Phillies. The Braves have been banged up. Managed to their credit, they've managed to keep it together to this point that they have a shot here in the final week of the season. But I just think the Mets have been playing really well here. They have their pitching rotation lined up the way they want to do it. So if I were a gambling man right now, I'd probably go with the Mets to win this series.
Well, it all goes down tonight at 7:20 p.m. at Truist Stadium. Nothing better than late September, early October baseball. Mike, thanks for joining us.